Hello, everyone! Welcome to ComicsPriceGuide.com presents Tales from the Geek. I am Aaron the Mechanic.
I am Be the Dova Queen.
And I'm just Bobby. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? It's so good to see everyone.
And if you hear some random piping in the background, it's just Xavier playing his little pipe. So
there is a child in our lives.
Fair
and that
warning.
means that there are times that children do children things.
Fair warning. So if you start hearing the pipe, that's what happens.
Exactly. We all remember the Hot Cross Buns song on the recorder.
I mean,
I remember it.
I remember it exists. I don't remember the fingering or anything like that.
I remember that still. I think I'm traumatized. So
I mean, that's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah, I think he's a Johnny One Note right now, but you know that could change very quickly.
Totally.
That is very true. That is very true.
Well, we have some news, right? We got some news and some cameras.
We do. So, sorry if I'm not as smiley today. I'm a little swollen. I had some teeth removed, or not removed. A root canal yesterday, so I'm like a little poofy still. So I'm sorry. But I still have news.
Better.
Thank you. I still have news. So let's start off with, let me find something fun. Okay, we celebrated at the Oscars yesterday 60 years of James Bond. So, yes, this literally
he looks so young.
I know. Wow.
He's a Time Lord, okay? Look, it's just part of the rules.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. He is totally a Time Lord. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
mind blown. Well, he's just this different iteration every single time. I don't see why he's
I know, right?
Yes. So the very first entry, in case you didn't know, was Dr. No, and it opened in 1962. So that's pretty cool. Also, Billie Eilish won "No Time to Die," the theme. She won Best Original Song. So I guess it was a good full circle moment for James Bond yesterday.
Yeah, look at that.
Nice. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Also, we do know that the series premiere of Moon Knight has been is oh my gosh, I'm so ready. That's gonna be my weekend binge. Super excited. Again, we've talked about it so much, but it stars Oscar Isaac, and
are they Netflix dropping it? They're not doing what
they've
been doing.
Disney
Plus. What? Yeah. Disney
so
Plus.
It's doing their no. I mean, are they doing the whole series 1 week, one drop, or are they doing the weekly
I think they're doing the weekly. The first. Yeah. Right now we only have one episode.
Okay. Cool.
And its premiere is they're just gonna keep dropping it week by week.
That's so hard for me. I need the whole season so I could just binge it in 10 hours.
I feel like I love both. I can do that.
I've got to be in the right mental space, because there are times it's there was that day I just I'm gonna binge Loki, and then I finished all of Loki in one
Otherwise I forget. I get caught up and then I forget about it unless Alex reminds me, and unless he's watching it, he won't remind me. So
well, if I'm watching stuff with people, then I like the weekly thing, because then it becomes like a
kind of a
social. That's how I see it too.
A social urge. Yeah, but if I'm doing something alone, binge it all. You got to be in the right. Yeah,
totally. I think that's the key, Bobby. For me,
if
I can watch it with someone else. Yeah. If not, I watched half of Bridgerton the day before yesterday. So
look, I mean, I did get through 9 seasons of Criminal Minds 1 2-week period, and I was not watching it during work, just at other times. So I get you.
Who hasn't been there? Yeah. I've been there.
We've all been
there. We've all
watched. There's a period where we've all watched too much Criminal Minds.
Oh, actually, yes, absolutely.
That too.
Yes. So we do have a new trailer for Top Gun Maverick. It's the 3rd official trailer. This again stars Tom Cruise, and it's in the whole Top Gun universe. So literally 30 years ago. But this is going to be released May 27th, 2022. So who didn't watch it as a kid? I think. You didn't watch it as a kid?
I've never seen Top Gun.
I have watched
all of his Mission Impossible movies. Top Gun was just
You've
not something
never
I've seen.
seen Top Gun?
I've never seen Top Gun.
It's way more serious than Mission Impossible.
I know, and that's part of the reason why I don't watch Top Gun. I like the
fun.
mission. Yeah, like
Yeah,
Tom Cruise. Tom
fun.
Cruise is a comedy character to me. He's not a serious actor all that often.
Yeah, he's also like super young in Top Gun, so if you're not used to seeing a young Tom Cruise, it's also there's a very sad moment in it. Goes for the like the heartstrings, but I feel like every young boy that wanted to like grow up and become a pilot watched Top Gun.
Gotcha.
So,
they did. They fell in love with the movie too.
Yeah, and we have a little news for all the 1883 fans. Make sure to watch season 4 of Yellowstone. There are a couple of really big flashbacks in it.
Yes, I've heard Yellowstone's really good, and that combination, it's a great show.
My mom loves Yellowstone. That's like her show. That's her everything. So,
I mean, I'm sort of intrigued by the new Western, That Dirty Black Bag. I keep seeing it. I'm just like, this is gonna be ridiculous. I kind of need it.
Oh, I haven't heard of it.
Take a look. It's the trailers for that look great, personally.
Ooh, okay, awesome. I'll have to check that out too.
Yeah.
So, moving on. So, Rockstar, the infamous GTA Online is still going strong and
unending.
But we are getting a subscription for it. Oh yeah, look at Steve. Watching Top Gun when I was young.
Okay.
Senior citizen.
Fine. It's fine, Steve.
I love
it's
it.
Fine. No need
I love it.
No need to rub it in.
You're so right. So we're getting an online subscription for GTA called GTA Plus, and this is going to come with a bunch of stuff. So for $6 a month, if you are playing it, and I guess it makes sense because this game has been going on for how long? The development team has to get paid somehow. They're still making a game.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like I get that. I don't know what I've ever like. What was? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm like, I can answer all of your questions, Bobby.
Do you play? Is it actually an MMO or is it just the city of GTA that you can play an online game in? I don't know. And
it's definitely an MMO. There's missions in it, and you can customize your ride. You can get I think they have a place to live option now. And yeah, there are missions. Is it insane? Yes, absolutely. But I think that's why people stay. And I think another really cool thing about the GTA Online world is that the racing became such a part of it, but it's the silliest racing. Like you're floating in the air. There's like fans you have to drive through. It's the silliest thing in the world, but people get obsessed and they love it.
It's real, B. It's real.
Yes, it's real. So if you're a big GTA Online fan and you still play, you can pay $6 a month. It gives you $500,000 of GTA cash every month. And then you have a wide range of member-only bonuses. This includes exclusive properties, vehicles, upgrades, discounts, cash, and player bonuses. So there's also going to be a way to unlock gameplay updates that you might have like missed out on. So some of the like seasonal things that were only available seasonally are now open to those people. So I think it's again, like I'm partial. I work in free-to-play games, but I think that it's the future of gaming because the moment you aren't interested anymore, it goes away. And you have a way to pay your developers that are still working on the game.
That's
everybody
fair.
wins.
Yeah, that's valid.
So that's really cool. We also did get some big news. And Bobby, do you want to go into the PlayStation Plus stuff? Because I know you're a big one.
I'm a big PlayStation player, and I definitely did a look into it a little bit. So I'm actually pretty intrigued. So PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now are going to be merged into a new single service.
Yes.
It's going to be PlayStation Plus Essentials is what we're, if you use PlayStation Plus right now, that's what you're going to stay with, but it's going to be a tiered system of 3 levels. And PlayStation Plus Essentials is going to be the same thing you get, your online multiplayer and your free games each month. It's same price that you're paying for right now. But then there's going to be next tier up, and I can't remember the names off the top of my head. If you've got them in front of you, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, the next tier up is PlayStation. It's like $99 a year instead of $60 a year, but it's all the stuff from PlayStation Plus Essentials. And then includes like 200 or 300 major PlayStation 4 and 5 games that you can play.
340.
340. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, yeah, like, and they're like big name stuff, like Returnal's on there, and that was a major PS5 exclusive that dropped. So huge stuff.
Yeah, so we have PlayStation Plus Essential, which is $60 a year with 2 games and exclusive discounts and cloud storage. Then you've got PlayStation Plus Extra. That's 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games. That's $100 a year. And then PlayStation Plus Premium is an additional 340 games on top of that 400.
Yes.
Which, you're like, how many games exist? A lot.
A lot. There's
there's
not that many games. Yeah, and then those two are PS3,
PS2, PSP, PS4, and 5 games.
Yeah, just so a lot of things that you can play streaming. So that'll be really interesting to try.
Yeah, super exciting.
Yeah, so I'm intrigued by the concept. I don't know if I will upgrade myself personally or not. I haven't decided, because like I'd have to look through those 340 games and feel like,
how many of them actually
am I gonna play? Exactly. Like, would I purchase Returnal? Yes, that has actually been my plan for a while now, is to pick up a copy of Returnal. So yeah, absolutely. Definitely a lot of different interesting things there. But it's not going to be Game Pass. The Xbox Game Pass releases all their first party early on. But, PlayStation's decided they're not going to drop that day one release on this service personally. So I'm not certain where that's going to go.
And why I'm like not really bugged about this is that PlayStation has a much larger catalog because they've been around in the game a lot longer than Xbox has, and they also had the PSP, and they've had more iterations. I feel like it's good for people to like revisit some old games that they weren't able to before, where Xbox had like Halo and Crash Bandicoot. Yes, you can probably still find a version of that somewhere, but there's just a bigger catalog for PlayStation. So
yeah,
I think it's a really awesome idea, and I'm excited to see how it develops. So
absolutely, definitely.
Totally. Okay, and my last bit of news, I know these two haven't seen it, but I have to mention it. The Batman, still top of the game, I think, in the box office, but we did get a new deleted scene. This time, Batman goes and sees this universe's iteration of the Joker, who is played by
not Leto.
what is his name? I can't ever pronounce it. Barry Keoghan. Anyway,
okay.
he's if you might recognize him from what did I say? He had been
Chernobyl.
in Chernobyl. He was in
Eternals,
The Green Knight.
Right?
He was in Eternals. Now I got it all confused. But yes, he looks insane in the video. The Batman was great video. It was like, I was floored. I really, really enjoyed it. I think I might have said this last week, but if you're a big fan of like thrillers and Denzel Washington movies, or like The Bone Collector, you're gonna like this movie. I cannot smile. It hurts.
You knew it. That's why he did it to you. B Smile is like this.
B Smile is currently physically painful, so it's all good. It's all
just gonna make it little.
Promise, we're gonna make her laugh and make her smile, and then she's just gonna be like, "Ow!"
I know.
Let's not do that. I am all for not causing my friends pain. It's part of my shtick.
That's nice.
It was a double whammy because it was one on each side. So
you can't just like halfway.
Exactly, and you can see where the mouth guard cut me on my lip. But
oh no, I was just trying to start the share already.
I'm sorry, we're like, get out of here, B. Get out of here.
Me. I'm not bad. I thought we were done.
No,
you're okay. You're totally okay. You're totally
poor
fine.
B. I know, Lily.
Oh,
absolutely.
Thanks, Voodoo. So I'm just gonna say, if you haven't seen the scene and if you went and saw the movie, go ahead and watch the scene. It's amazing. I'm of the opinion that I really would have liked to see. You'd think like there have been enough Jokers. I really liked what he did. I think it was really cool, and he does a really good job of, I think, reflecting back to Batman in a way similar to like what we saw Heath Ledger do, but I think something more like almost like direct and like a weird relationship, like a frenemy. Like, I know you. Like just really personal, and to the point where you feel like you want to like, ah! So I loved it. I thought it was really great.
I think what Rick meant to say, B, was put a smile on your face.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Ooh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. I actually haven't seen the Batman, but I did go and check that scene out a little bit. I was warned it was not spoiler, so I felt really good. And now I feel like I'll understand the tone of the movie so much better, having seen just like literally 30 seconds. I'm like, oh, this is the kind of movie I'm watching. Okay.
It's definitely like a thriller crime drama more than it is. I think it's
an action superhero movie.
Action superhero movie, and I loved it, and I think there's room for both at the table. So,
yeah, absolutely,
totally recommend it.
Definitely two different vibes.
Totally two different vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, Bobby, take the.
Oh yeah, my bad. There you go.
Okay, cool. Now we've got them. All right, so this week we've got a fair number of titles, but we're going to start off with Immortal X-Men coming out of Immortal X-Men. Yeah, Morbius.
Yes, Morbius.
Yes, Morbius is coming, but
yes, Thursday night.
There's been a lot of poor reviews already, and I'm a little concerned. I'm not gonna lie.
Is the new Venom.
Yeah. Anyways, we've got Immortal X-Men, which is if you have not been following the X-Men Krakoa cycle, it's been a crazy universe. It's baffling, and all mutants are also immortal, so it's very, very strange. But right now, we have the Quiet Council, and the Quiet Council is basically the leaders of Krakoa, and these are people who have at many times before tried to murder each other at times.
Oh,
so they are working real hard not to do that again. But these are dangerous, powerful mutants who have done a lot of things, and they all know powerful secrets about each other. So this is going to be a crazy story. It's being written by Kieran Gillen, who did Uncanny X-Men and Eternals, and who's also done The Wicked and the Divine and Die. So they're really good, and they're bringing us all into the room, and all the most powerful people. We've got Cyclops, we've got Emma Frost, we've got Mr. Sinister and Colossus and Storm and Nightcrawler. We've got Kitty Pryde and Mystique and Destiny and people I don't actually know. And I think he's from the Hellfire Club, but I can't think of his name right now.
It looks like The Last Supper.
Yeah, exactly. And it's definitely designed to look like The Last Supper. And I think that's actually Death, which is surprising because Death is a character in Marvel, if you don't know them. A lot of fun there. But yeah, anyways, they're here and they all hang out at this table, and they are going to, try and, decide the fate of the planet, because Shaw, thank you, Rick. Thank you. Yeah, Sebastian Shaw. There we go.
Yeah, I was not going to come up with that for you.
Nah, Hellfire Club leader. Yeah, I knew it in the back of my head, but it was going to take a while. But yeah, no, these are incredibly powerful, dangerous people. They all know secrets. Xavier has sat at this table. Magneto sat at this table. Other people have sat at this table on the Quiet Council since the Krakoa cycle has started. So, it's crazy. But there's been some major things that have occurred recently with Inferno and the lives and deaths of Wolverine. So we're gonna see where that all kind of shakes out eventually, because Krakoa has been around for about 2 years, two and a half. So this is about the time I would expect everything to break soon. This seems about the time that the comic cycle says this worldview can no longer continue. I don't know if that's true, but that seems to be the case.
You just want to break things, Bobby.
I mean, yeah, that's basically the case. But anyways, yeah, so that's Immortal X-Men. Big title coming out of Marvel this week. And then next up, we've got the Sensational Wonder Woman special. This is a bigger comic about 3 different stories where she's going to be battling Cersei, Blue Snowman, and then Then of Doom. It's going to be a celebration of Wonder Woman for International Women's Day. Obviously, that's a little late, but these stories happen all over the place and all the time, so it's nice to be able to give her more specials. Wonder Woman deserves more specials all the time. So
more. I always want more.
Our next title, also coming from DC, but it's technically considered a mature title, just so you know. We have Batman Beyond the White Knight. Batman the White Knight and Batman the White Knight, Curse of the White Knight, there we go, are 2 very weird, dark versions of the Batman being written by Sean Murphy, very different story types. They follow a Joker who is on medication and is, like the mayor of the city. But this version is actually going to have Batman Beyond. It is going to be told in Neo Gotham. And, it's still the same universe as the other Batman White Knight stories, but it's then following those Batman White Knight stories all the way forward to a Batman Beyond universe and time frame. But following that, like Bruce Wayne is in jail right now in the White Knight universe. So, it's kind of weird and interesting. And who has taken on the cowl of the Bat with Bruce in jail and the rest of them all clearly working in very specific jobs that are not, Batman. Is it Terry? I don't know. These things change all the time. But yeah, it'll be interesting. But we will still have, Derek Powers is the CEO of Gotham Technology, and the darkness that they've brought to Neo Gotham is going to be shown again. So a new version of Batman and Neo Gotham. I'm pretty intrigued.
Voodoo said, we always need more Batman Beyond.
Totally
yes,
agree.
Thank you, Voodoo Lily. That is always true. Batman Beyond deserves all the time.
And then Jeff says hi.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
All right. Next up.
Wait, real quick. You know what I forgot to do?
Yeah.
Everybody, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Make your friends our friends. I completely
Absolutely.
forgot. Right? But I knew I was missing something between our swap.
Yeah,
absolutely. Turn off by sharing too soon.
Yeah.
And Voodoo Lily, will this Derek Powers become Blight? Who knows? I don't think that's going to be the case right now. I just based off of the other ways the White Knight's universe has gone, I don't feel like that's going to be how they're going to take this, but they might. It's a pretty weird universe in general. They might follow a classic take on the character and then see where that goes with a very radically different universe in general. But our next one is a special. Astro City, That Was Then. Astro City is a huge story world. Very fascinating. Lots of superhero stories get told in the Astro City universe. So Astro City is releasing a first 3 years of the Astro City storyline is getting a big compilation book. I might go pick it up myself. I really like those kind of books. But this special is a one shot that's going to feature a lot of new heroes, but also a lot of existing heroes in the universe. And this is going to launch a mystery that is going to drive the future of the Astro City series going forward. And that mystery is, who were the Jayhawks? How did they inspire the 5 teen sidekicks looking for answers to hit the road in a rickety crime-mobile in 1969? And how will this affect the Astro City of today? So I'm extremely interested to see where this goes.
Did you say Jayhawks?
Yes,
quick?
the Jayhawks. That's
You
just
said
the
that
name of
under
the
the
song.
We're in the presence of a Jayhawk right now.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Ah.
Rock chalk.
Rock chalk.
And they're also doing
so
well.
lost.
I'm very baffled. I'm very confused. Anyways.
It's a KU thing. It's a Kansas thing. You don't know.
Kansas.
Yeah.
That makes
Kansas
sense.
Jayhawk.
Okay.
Rock chalk.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
see, look at this. Rock
Woo!
Thank
March
you.
Madness. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'll
they
go
made
back.
it to the final four, Bob. So.
They did.
Did they? Okay, cool. I'm glad.
Big deal.
I'm glad. Anyways, Astro City, like I said, looks like it'll be a lot of fun. And continuing this story this universe, so that I'm excited to see where that goes. Next up, we have a re-release, Zombies versus Robots Classic, one of the original versus titles out there, Zombies versus Robots. It's been over a decade since Zombies versus Robots has been in print, so it's nice to see it back. But don't think this is just a reprint. This is also going to include a lot of the original stories, new stories, an origin story overall. It's got new covers. This is going to be a big deal. So a lot of old material, a lot of new material, a lot of fun to be had overall with this stuff. Yeah, and these covers are all being done by Ashley Wood, who is the main illustrator of all of Zombies versus Robots. So yeah, they look pretty. Okay, and next up, Buffy the Vampire Slayer has hit the 25th anniversary. You know, that definitely isn't terrifying for those of us who watched that show as children. But yeah.
You mean the 5th anniversary?
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't. I'm sorry.
5th anniversary.
But yeah, no, this Buffy the Vampire Slayer is going to have a lot of different internal stories. It's going to have different multiverse versions of Buffy. Is what's going to happen to the Scooby Gang. This is an epilogue for the Boom Studios comics universe for the first 3 years at least. And then we're going to have 3 new original stories from fan favorites of the Buffyverse with like this. And this title is really nice. It is already a Bounce production, this book. So definitely worth keeping an eye out for. Yeah, I'm excited. Next up, I thought this looked really cool. Cities of Magic. The initial arc title for this first set of series out of Scout Comics Cities of Magic is Once Upon a Time in Old York. Already feel very westerny. I like it. A gun-toting drifter wanders into Old York City looking for something no one's ever seen before. He's picked a bad time. The forces of hyper-priestess Ismaria Rothschild, the queen of the Chicago conglomerate, has attacked Old York. Caught in the midst of a decade-old war between 2 powerful magic clans, the drifter has to figure out where his loyalties lie, if he has any to speak of, and he has to do it quick.
Maybe he doesn't have any loyalties. Maybe
maybe that's the case. But just like look at the way this like art style already kind of makes you think of how the city looks. Is this the future? Is this just a new?
Yeah.
This just looks fascinating to me. I'm really excited to see where this goes.
So cool.
It also makes me want to climb the statue.
I know, right? Yeah. It kind of reminds me of the Statue of Liberty character in the Lego Movie 2.
Oh yeah.
In Brickpocalypse. Yeah. It's crazy.
I was gonna say I got like Miyazaki vibes from this for some reason.
Oh, yeah, I could see that
like,
very much.
Like a Howl's Moving Castle mismatch of things.
Yeah. There's just something about this. It's very weird, and I very like it. And I also kind of like the look that seems like it might be futuristic, but it might also be, magic tech. Who knows? It's hard to tell.
I know. Makes me want it to be a show too. Like, take this art and keep it going.
Who knows? Yeah. Next up, we have Lead City. Red 5 Comics dropping something fun. It's 1873 when a blizzard strands a homesteader, Coleman Cooper, and his family in a small town. He soon learns that the town plays host to an annual contest that attracts thieves and killers from far and wide. With no way out, Coleman finds himself pitted against 7 deadly fighters in an anything-goes, tooth-and-nail battle for a survival known as Lead City. Before Deadwood, before Tombstone, before Durango, there was Lead City. I don't know. This seems silly and fun. I'm kind of excited to see what this might be.
That looks so cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
very
right?
Westerny.
Very Western. I'm excited. And then our final title for this week is Season of the Bruja, coming from Aaron Duran and Sarah Sawyer, coming out of Oni Press. Athalia Cabrera, and I probably mispronounced that. B, you probably want to...
That sounded pretty cool.
Okay.
I think you were okay there.
She said cool,
Yeah.
not correct, but that's cool, Bobby.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I'll go with it. I'll go with
Sorry to make you laugh, B. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yes, and then it seems like she seems like a witchy Portland hipster, but she is actually actually a blood descendant of a powerful line of Bruja magic users from a culture indigenous to Mexico.
I love this
In her
so much. Oh my
in
gosh.
her 20 years, Athalia has studied with her loving abuela at her side, supporting and mentoring her use of the family magic and protecting her from the darkest parts of the practice's history. But just as Athalia's inner light and power begin to shine, the darkness of the past finds its way into her world and strikes a tragic blow, testing Athalia in ways she might not be prepared enough to survive.
Oh,
Do I need
I'm
to get
so
you an
down.
issue of this?
I
Why
would
did
love.
you give
I
me
would love an issue
goosebumps?
of that.
I will see what I can do.
I love it.
Use
Yeah,
your magic, Bobby, just like this book.
I mean, it looks pretty good. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Yeah.
Also, by the way, check out the 8 episodes. Or 8
Of
episodes.
yeah,
for
11
Untitled.
2263,
Yeah.
which is a Stephen
Yes.
King story that has been redone into a Hulu series. Very cool. Definitely worth checking out.
Super
Hello.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That last one, I love that so much.
Yeah.
Like I'm so
Yeah.
I love anything about like Mexican culture and brujeria. That's just so awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
So cool.
Find
Well,
it,
thank
Bobby.
you.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all. That's all the books. It's all the news we have this week. So
Mhm.
thank you all for joining us. We love
Absolutely.
seeing you live at 7:25 on our Tuesdays. It's the highlight of our week. Even I'm sure it was the highlight of your week, B, because yesterday may not have been the highlight. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's a
Well, I don't-
low. It's a low light.
Yeah.
I don't remember yesterday.
No, that's true.
Good point.
I got to sleep all day, so I mean, I'm kind of in pain today. And I had to go back to work and lead meetings, and it's really hard
Yeah.
when you're.
Sound like you're over right.
But that's okay.
Voodoo said, "See you next week. You too." Oh, don't forget, if you love horror games and gaming, Voodoo does a stream on Twitch. So go check her out. She'll be at tomorrow. I think around 6 is when she starts. So go
Yep.
check her out. She plays some fun games. It may be scary for you, Bobby, but she talks about.
I will be. I'll be watching Googs's 100
Oh yeah.
channel
yeah,
video.
yeah.
That'll be what I'm doing.
100.
Y'all
is
can
awesome.
go. Y'all can have fun.
Well, and then on Saturday she also does one on like the different horror like news and stuff that comes out on Saturday mornings. So
I love that.
oh, Panther Rose says hi. Hey, Panther Rose. Hi,
Hey,
everyone.
Panther.
Thanks for joining us.
Welcome. And goodbye,
All right.
goodbye.
Well, we'll see you all next week.
Peace.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.